Hey there, Alan Mathews again. This is number 5, step 5, video number 6 in this sequence of videos about learning a piece step by step. We have now made small sections. We have looked at all the notes and musical markings, making sure that we know all the ink on the page, what every little word means, every little symbol means. We have clapped the rhythm. We have looked at dynamics, although that might be at the end if you're just beginning. And we have looked at the right hand all by itself. Now in this video, we will look at the left hand. If you're just jumping on, go back to number 1 and work there and then come through them. You'll be much more in the know if you do it that way. So left hand by itself, let's take a look. So if we look at this page, what we have our notes again, right? And beside each note, we have a finger number, right? Now, I put these in, and your music might not have these. If it doesn't, then you have to figure it out, right? Same thing with the right hand. If it doesn't have it, then you have to figure it out. And if it doesn't have it, I would write it in to begin with. Probably, I should have said that in the last video, just to stipulate. But you have to choose what finger's going to play what with both hands. Set it and forget it. Just put it there and then just do it that way every single time. You can always change it if it really doesn't work out. But at least it's a starting point, right? To get it so that you can do it consistently. So we have these different ones, right? So let's take a look. So we're going section by section on this. And we could just be doing all of this for one section. Like we haven't even looked at section 6 in this video series. And because we're really dealing with section 1, we're dealing with one section at a time. Although you can jump around and have different sections at different spots. But always do them in this order. Do the rhythm first and all that kind of good business. So with doing this then, the right hand can now, it's got its turn to go on hiatus. It can go for a soak. And just the left hand. Now this isn't going to make any noise. And so you're thinking, oh, but I've got to go over here. Watch out, because this hand will try to sneak over here and try to play something. Don't let it. Just don't let it. So this is just going to be playing like this. It's not going to sound like anything. You have to basically hear it in your head if you want to. So if we're looking at these notes, we have the first note is the C. We want to play that right behind the fret, just like we're playing it whenever it's completely finished and polished and great. We're playing all of that right now. So we have the C, then we go up to the D, that's the 3rd fret with the 3rd finger, and then we have the E, that's open. The next one, then we're coming back down to the C, that's the 1st finger, and then we have got the 3rd finger playing the D again, and then we have 2 open strings. Now, when the open strings go to play, we want to keep holding this note because it's a dotted half note, and so it keeps holding. So as soon as you go to the open strings, the low strings, don't take your finger off because it's going to clip the note. It's going to sound da 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 da. And it's just going to sound clipped. We want it to be very vocal and very long. So then we're just doing that in 1, and then the 3, open, 1, 3. And so ideally too, you're thinking about really connecting your notes well. So I think about Indiana Jones in that movie where he had to put the bag of sand, trying to get the statue off of the thing with the bag of sand. You have to like do the quick trick. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I apologize. But you want to get that as quick as possible. Keep pressing the 1 finger until the 3 finger is pressed. That way, you don't get, whenever you actually play it, it won't sound like separated. You want it to sound very connected, very connected. And so as we're doing this, we want to connect the notes as much as possible. Don't let this hand play. You see what just happened? It just snuck around and wanted to play. Don't let it happen. We just have 1, 3, oh, do it all, just the left hand by itself. Then also you can put that up to speed and count it with the dynamics just like we were doing before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. and so that you're reinforcing that in your mind, how your dynamics went. Of course, if you're just beginning, then the dynamics will go at the end, and just don't worry about all that right now, and just get the fingerings going. If that's taking all of your glucose, if that's taking all your brain power, then just roll with that. But if you've got the extra attention to spare, then actually do that step right now so that you're doing the left hand by itself, counting out loud, saying the dynamics with your voice, getting louder and softer, and it'll be much, much better overall. Then you can get this up to speed. And you can just practice it over and over until you really get it fast. In the next video, we will be actually putting the hands together. How exciting! You'll actually be able to hear yourself playing it. And so I will see you then.